Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Jarvis S. Scott with What's Happening Birmingham. Today I have the honor and pleasure, well, matter of fact, a lot of y'all know this face for Birmingham for years. My good friend, Miss Ronda Robinson. Ronda, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you. I'm honored to even have the opportunity to be on this. I watch it all the time. I've even had a couple of my clients.
Yes, I thank you so much.
And now I get it.
Yeah, it's her time. Her time to sit in the seat. So, Ronda, how's it been going for you?
It's going well. I'm blessed.
All right, been going pretty. The reason why we're here today because her radio show is every Sunday on
101.1 FM at 4:30, and it's called Solutions.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I want to sit down with Ronda today, kind of catch up with what she's been working on, but also we're going to talk about a topic of where she sees her industry heading into 2020, since 2019 last quarter, so people are always planning for the future. So, So Ronda, for people who don't know who you are, kind of give them a quick bio.
So most folks know me from the 6 on Your Side franchise. I worked for the local Fox affiliate for about 17 years, have more than 25 years worth of experience in the industry. I worked in Florida and South Carolina and North Carolina before coming to Alabama. Originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. So I have some radio background, TV background, public relations background. When I left Fox 6, I also worked for the Transit Authority. I was a spokesperson there. I've hosted a public affairs show. I've done community events, as an event planner. So I basically took all of my knowledge and experience and decided to make a company and work for myself.
Okay, so what vision did you have for Carmine Communications? First off, how did you come up with that name?
So Carmine is a color of red. It's like a crimson red, and red is my favorite color. I'm an Alabama fan, Roll Tide, so it all worked for me. And I think it just kind of summed up who I am and what I was looking for as far as my company. So Carmine Communications kind of stuck, and I stuck with it.
All right. So what type of services you offer your company?
Oh, man. So you can imagine having 25 years of experience. I've touched a lot of different things. So it's hard to put my business in one box. Okay. But I basically tell people that I help my clients tell their stories. Okay. Because if they don't tell it and craft their story in their way, in their voice, someone else will, right? Whether it's positive or negative press. So I do everything from helping secure interviews, radio, television, social media. I write commercials if they need commercials put together. We can get them edited. We can get videos made. I help with special events. The list goes on. We do some writing, ghostwriting services for authors. We schedule and plan launches for books. If people want to have a book signing. You name it, I probably either know how to do it or I can have a vendor who can help me do it. But so I do a lot of things and I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm not trying to make people think it's easy, because it's not. I enjoy it. It's a lot of hard work. But I love it. I love it.
One thing that stuck out when you started explaining that was about telling your story. How's that different from like a 30-second or 60-second commercial in a way?
So there are things that are called advertorials in, say, like a digital magazine. So it's kind of like an editorial, but it's an advertisement, and maybe it's in the form of an article. So you're kind of crafting your own message. The same thing with an interview with a reporter. It's so important when people are being a part of an interview. Don't let the reporter dictate how that interview goes. If you have a certain message you want to get across, you go into that interview clear as to what your message is, and then that's the message you want to communicate to the public. So I kind of help with media training and communications to help people have that clear, concise message, because as you know, those interviews, they go by so fast.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't get it clear, what you're going to say or what you're going to communicate, you may go through that whole interview and then you're like, oh, I forgot to tell them what time the event's going to be or where to get tickets, So you have to have a plan. when you go in. So that's what I mean when I say telling your story. And then also if there's a negative issue, so if there's some kind of controversy or crisis, you gotta tell your story. You gotta make sure that you tell your version of the story. If you don't, the wrong version may get out, and you gotta move quickly and be as transparent as possible.
Well, what was one of your biggest challenges when you left the news industry, well, news, media, TV, and started this business on the, I guess, the other side of the camera? You want to say some of your words?
I got my camera on here.
Yeah.
So when I left the news industry, it had been on my mind for several years to actually start my own business.
Okay.
But I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it. And because it had been nagging me for 5 years, I just kind of decided that, well, I should try it. Otherwise, I'll always wonder what if. Okay. So, yeah.
So what did you see when you first started sitting down with clients? What were some of the first questions they always used to ask you? Because, you know, your past experience.
Well, a lot of clients, as soon as they sit down with me, they think immediately they're going to be on CNN tomorrow. Okay. And it's not quite that easy. Y'all can come in. I'm having to do dual work while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, come on.
Because we're setting up for the show. Naomi, y'all can come in. Y'all can come in. And Gary, I have my camera on here, so I have to set my camera up.
As y'all see, Ronda is multitasking.
I am. I'm multitasking.
So, with some of the clients, like you said initially, when you sat down with them, they just was thinking like they can get on CNN the next day.
Hey!
Go get
so
on
I had
the
to bring
news.
my food with
That's
me.
okay. This Jude just walked in one of our interviews. We got about 2 minutes before the show starts. Okay. And then, so they contact me, they hire me, and they're like, oh, I want to be on CNN. You know, Eric Guster's a good friend of mine. So they see him on there. They know he's an Alabama guy from Birmingham, and they're like, I want to be like Eric.
Okay.
But it's not that easy. Like, it's a lot of work. Eric went through a lot of processes before he actually got there. So I try to help those who want to be on camera, be considered an expert in their field. But not everybody's going to get on CNN.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice goal, and I try to work with my clients to help them tell their stories, but I also try to be very realistic.
So where you see the industry going into as we go into 2020?
I think in the industry you're gonna have to be able to do multiple tasks.
Okay.
You know, so when I first started out, we got about a minute before the show. When I first started out, everything had its own lane. So PR was in one lane, you know, television was in one lane, and radio was in one lane. Now you're seeing things merge. Okay. So if you're a television reporter, you also need to know how to shoot, you know, video. Yeah, you also need to know how to edit. You also need to know a whole lot of things. And so same thing with PR. If you have a PR company, you're also going to be posting content on social media. You're also going to be doing a lot of different things, and you got to be flexible and be able to do a lot of things, or you're not going to survive.
All right. Well, I know she's about to go live on her show, but if they want to contact you, what's the phone number?
Carmine Communications, you can call me at 205-602-2123. I have a website, carminecommunication.com. On Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
All right, well, Ronda, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to bring her back on for some future segments. You know, we got a lot of guests here, so, but we'll come back again. But Ronda, I want to personally thank you for all the help you've helped me with my company. And Ronda she's an experienced pro, and you all know this name. You trust this face, so thank you, Ronda, and thank you all for watching this video today. And please check out what'shappenedbirmingham.com for more videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.